Hi, and welcome to Element Z3, the story of Vegemite. The story of how Vegemite was invented all began with the Fred Walker Company in 1922. They were interested in creating a spread from one of the world's richest known sources of vitamin B. The company, which soon became known as the Kraft Food Company, hired a very clever chemist known as Dr. Cyril P. Callister. It was Dr. Callister who developed the spread using leftover brewers' yeast extract and various vegetable and spice additives. As they wanted lots of people to buy their new product, the Fred Walker Company came up with the very clever idea of having the public name it themselves. They launched a national competition right across Australia, and in 1923, the winning entry was announced. Vegemite was to be its name. By 1923, jars of Vegemite were being sold in supermarkets and grocery stores all over the country. Now, at that time, a similar product from England known as Marmite was already very popular in Australia. Shoppers weren't keen to try something different, and Vegemite sales were low. To increase sales, the company even called it by a different name to try to convince people to purchase it. It became known as Parville, with a clever catchphrase to go with it. If Marmite, then Parville. The public didn't buy it. Even with this new advertising strategy, sales did not improve. It took the Fred Walker Company 14 years of persistence and a reversion to its original name before the people of Australia finally embraced their Vegemite. Doctors began recommending it as a rich source of vitamin B, and during the Second World War, the armed forces bought it in bulk to send to the soldiers. It eventually became so popular that it had to be rationed across Australia since the company couldn't meet the demands of the needy public. Another very clever advertising tool that the company used to popularize the brand was the creation of the song Happy Little Vegemites, which was released on the radio in 1954. It went on to become a television commercial 2 years later. It was aired right through the 1960s and then remastered in the 1980s for a new generation. Even today, the song is easily recognized as an unofficial national anthem, with Vegemite putting a rose in every cheek. Vegemite has gone on to become a food source that is loved by Australians of all ages and eaten at any time of the day. 22 million jars are sold every year. It has a thick and sticky consistency and is almost black in color, made from yeast and vegetable extract. It is an excellent source of vitamin B, but it is extremely salty. Australians are used to the flavor because they grow up eating it. When traveling overseas, some people even take it with them as a small reminder of home. However, adults who try it for the first time say that it is something that takes a little getting used to. Question time. The Fred Walker Company went on to be known as what? Who developed the recipe for Vegemite and what was his job? How did they decide to name the new spread Vegemite? In which year was Vegemite sold for the first time? What was the name of the product that was very similar to Vegemite and was its direct competition? Where did this come from? How many jars of Vegemite are sold each year? Why is Vegemite good for you? Explain what the company did to try to make people buy more Vegemite. Name the two very important groups who supported the buying of Vegemite. Why do you think some people take Vegemite on holiday when they go abroad? Do you think Vegemite is a good name for the spread? What would you call it and why? Let me leave you with the answers. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till then, take care. Thank you.